It's the new growing season, and I want to share with you my new growing setup. Welcome to a new video. How are you doing? This is my first growing investment for 2024. Previously, I have used this clip-on growing lights, which are not bad. They're really cheap. I think it cost about 15 odd pounds from Amazon. I bought them 4 years ago, but then the clips get flimsy and the light power is not that great, so it doesn't reach a huge amount of plants. I have to do a lot of juggling act because, like you see, I grow a lot of vegetables for my family. I also have had to use a heat mat in the form of a reptile mat because these were the cheapest things I could buy. Now, you don't necessarily need heat, but if you're growing tropical plants like chilies, sweet potatoes, and aubergines, eggplants, ginger, garlic in the UK, you do need some form of heat, bottom heat, and you also need artificial light because these plants need a long growing season and we don't have sufficient heat or warmth and light in the beginning of the growing season in the UK. And so I've had to use these cheap things like my reptile mat and that light. But now, finally, after 7 seasons, actually, this is the seventh season, I have finally decided to be a proper gardener. Yeah, get myself a beautiful heat mat. This is a long heat mat. It's 1.2 meters long and also 55 centimeters wide. Yes, it's a really huge mat and it will help me grow so many heat loving plants in this growing season. So I'm just setting this up, guys. This is no ad, no recommendation from anyone. These are things I bought with my money, but I have affiliate links, so I've popped this on my in description box for you if you want to try looking for them. I just use reviews, and actually I can't even find the exact mat and light anymore on Amazon because some of them are out of stock, but I got them earlier this year. Now, this is a dimmable light, which is one of the reasons I like it. It covers a huge area and it has a lot of the colors on the UV spectrum which the plants need, and it also has a fan. Now, some people complain the fan can be noisy, like you can hear the noise here, but it was not a big problem because it's growing in my conservatory. It doesn't really bother me. But if you're concerned about noise, then when you buy one, try and look for one that the fan is not as noisy. Okay, now these peppers need this light and they need the warmth, and sweet potatoes and all the tropical plants like the ginger, the lemongrass, for me to start them. However, I must say this, you don't even need a heat mat or reptile mat to start growing food. You can just grow them on a sunny windowsill, south facing windowsill, indoors where you've got some light, that's in natural light. Things like brassicas don't need a heat mat. Things like beetroot don't need a heat mat. Things like peas don't need a heat mat. There are lots of things you can grow. But this one for me was necessary because I'm trying to be self-sufficient in a lot of those tropical things and grow as much organic as I can afford to do, physically possibly do for myself and my family. And we know the cost of living is getting higher. For me to be able to afford buying organic will cost a lot. Last year alone, I harvested £3,500 worth of organic vegetables from my garden, fruit, vegetable, herbs. This was from the month of June to November. I only started recording in June and stopped in November because we harvest slowed down. However, we were still harvesting greens all through up until now. So growing your own food could save you a lot of money, although you don't want to equate money to it because the time you invest, you can't really pay yourself for it. So it's not about money, it's all about the quality of what I grow, and for me, exercise outdoors. I am trialing the sweet potatoes. These are Jamaican ones. I've never been able to successfully propagate them. So watch this space. I'll hopefully be able to do that with this new setup, I hope. Anywho, I want to just share this with you because I want to also encourage you to grow something like this. Beetroots have not needed any heat mat. The peas as well, they didn't germinate with heat mat. The things outdoors, the garlic, my fruits have been overwintered. You have things like rosemary, things like thyme, oregano, they grow outdoors without heat mat. They're easy, low maintenance things that anyone can actually grow. Once again, like I said, people like Charles Dowding, I've never really seen him use artificial light or heat, although he does use a hotbed in his polytunnel, but you just need some space indoors and some light. I'm using my conservatory. You don't need to have one. You can just use a windowsill like I shared in the beginning. 7 seasons. I never had anything as professional as this, and I'm so grateful. So leave a comment, let me know what you think about it and what are you using to grow.